Hey, it's Curly, and today we've got a special pack opening because we're going to be opening up a box of the very second Cardfight Vanguard booster box ever released, Onslaught of Dragon Souls. So taking a look at the back of the box here, you can take a quick look. This is Cardfight Vanguard Volume 2, Onslaught of Dragon Souls. It's got a total of 80 cards with 12 parallel SPs, and one pack actually only contains 5 cards. So you can see the rates here of the cards. We've done a opening of packs for set 1, not necessarily a box, but I think I opened up about the equivalent of a box. So I am interested to, go into one of these older boxes here. I have opened before a box of like set 7 or something like that a long time ago on stream when I first started getting into Vanguard. This actually has 30 packs, so completely different from what they do now, where I think it's like 7 cards per pack, and each box has, I believe, 16 or 20 packs. Let's just jump into this. I gotta say right off the top, I really like this box. It's nice and hefty. It's like really satisfying to like hold and crack open. Just like I know you'll be satisfied if you go ahead and check out Saga Concepts today for all of your card game or not so card game related needs. Make sure you check out the link in the description below to help yourself and help the channel out. So we don't have ourselves any box toppers of any kind, and this is sort of more what I'm used to, where the box or the cover opening thing slides right into the box right away. So this is very reminiscent to a lot of older like Yu-Gi-Oh packs for me, because this is sort of the same structure with a lot of packs here, and this being very like this. I don't know how else to explain it. It looks just like a Yu-Gi-Oh box that I'm used to, so very excited to jump right into this. The pack itself looks pretty nice. It has this nice like flamish design, of course, with Kagro being more or less mainly featured here, as we've got Kai, of course. Looks pretty slick. Let's go ahead and just crack one of these open. So we've got ourselves Skeleton Swordsman here with his intercepting of a Grand Blue Vanguard. It gets 5k. Okay, we got ourselves for Tachikaze, the Chaos Dragon Dino Chaos. This is a grade 3 where in your hand you choose 2 of your Tachikaze rear guards, retire them, and then you can ride this as a superior ride if you have a grade 2 Vanguard. Not bad. Then we got ourselves the Night Spirit critical trigger here for Grand Blue. I don't remember if this is part of the superior ride as well as it was in Vanguard 0. And then we've got another critical trigger here for Nova Grapplers, the Red Lightning. It also has a skill that says you can put this into Soul, and you can actually counter charge if you have a Nova Grappler Vanguard. And our rare here is going to be the Great Sage Baron, who just says if a card is put to your Soul and you have War Paladin Vanguard, this unit gets 3k to the end of the turn. Very cool. We got ourselves the Devil Summoner for Spike Bros. When this is placed on Vanguard or real, reveal the top card of your deck. And if it's a grade 1 or 2 Spike Bros, call it to rear. If not, shuffle your deck. And we got ourselves Cray Soldier. When an attack hits during the battle that this unit boosted a Nova Grappler unit, you can stand it. It only has 4k. Wow. I'm used to this. I'm comparing it to Vanguard 0 because that's really my only reference point. But this used to be 6k in Vanguard 0. We got ourselves the Skeleton Lookout. Found the target, which is a stand trigger. Whoops. Pretend you didn't see that, because instead we're taking a look at the Oracle Think Tank. Emergency Alarmer here. They finally got their first stand trigger here. I thought this was actually for Nova Grappler, but as you saw, we actually did pull a triple rare Lion Heat here, which is one of the new grade 3s that Nova Grappler got. So it made Ashura Kaiser a little bit more viable in terms of its effect, because there were really a lot of grade 3 Nova Grapplers. But this has 2 skills that are relatively the same, just varies on what circle it's on. On Vanguard, you counterblast 2 after this unit hits a Vanguard. Then you choose one of your Nova Grappler rear guards and restand it. Whereas on rear guard, if this attack hits a Vanguard, you counterblast 2, and then you choose one of your grade 1 or less Nova Grappler rearguards and restand it. You don't have to have a Nova Grappler Vanguard, which is kind of cool. Got ourselves the Panzer Gale here, which is one of these units that if you have the Vanguard of the same clan and you intercept, this gets 5k. I think these are called a special intercept or something like that. We've got the Follower Rias here. When this boosts specifically Chain Attack Sutherland, that boosted unit gets 4k to the end of the battle. We got ourselves Cheerful Lynx. I don't know why this card looks so familiar to me. I might have seen it in the anime. But this is a draw trigger for Spike Bros, who finally gets some triggers. We got the Emergency Alarmer again, and then we got a new Grade 3 for Mega Colony here in the Master Frode. So this is a so Vanguard Rearguard Circle. You can Soul Blast 3. When this unit attack hits, if you have a Mega Colony Vanguard, you draw 1 card. Alright, that's kind of underwhelming. And then when this is boosted by a Mega Colony unit, it gets 3k into the end of that battle. Yeah, not great. It is a rare, but... Alright, we got ourselves the Knight of Truth, Gordon, which is the first special intercept here, because he gets 5k. And we've got ourselves the introduction of Bermuda Triangle, which is why I brought out my old Pacifica mat here. But we've got Blazer Idols here. So when this is placed on a Rearguard Circle, choose another Bermuda Triangle unit, and that unit gets 2k to the end of that turn, I should say. Got ourselves a new starter here for Mega Colony, the Mega Colony Battler A. This is where the letters start coming in for Mega Colony, all the way in set 2. When this unit is put into the drop zone from Guardian Circle, actually this is not a starter, put this into Soul. This is like Rock the Wall. We got ourselves a very cute little stand trigger here for Royal Paladin. Toot Toot, or Toot Toot. Pixie, Fix, and Drum. So a new stand trigger for them. And we got ourselves the first Great Nature card here in Scientist Monkey Roo. So Vanguard Rearguard Circle, act Counterblast 2, choose one of your Great Nature Rearguards, and it gets 4k to the end of the turn, and at the beginning of the end phase, you retire that unit. Cool. Got ourselves the Spike Brothers Assault Squad. This is very similar to the No Grapplers card we just saw, where if the attack hits and you boosted a Spike Bros unit, stand that unit, but of course, it's 4k. In Vanguard 0, it was actually 6k. I saw Goblin and I thought it was misprinted as Grand Blue. Got Father Rias again. Cheerful Lynx as well as a stand trigger for Kagro. And finally, we've got ourselves the Dancing Cutlass, who says, Soul Blast 2, this is placed on Rearguard Circle, and if you have a Vanguard as Grand Blue, you draw a card. Cool. Got ourselves the extremely cool looking Dragon Knight Burgard here, who's the special intercept. And we got ourselves the special intercept for Nova Grappler in the NGM prototype. Then we got ourselves the Silver Wolf, the Vanilla for Great Nature. Whoopsie. We got ourselves the Psychic Bird, which is another critical trigger for Oracle Think Tank, who really needs it. But you can put this into Soul to draw a card if you have an Oracle Tank Vanguard. And of course, we got ourselves the double rare Silent Tom. This is probably one of the bigger chase cards from this set, at least at the time, because it is the main game winner for Oracle Think Tank. So this just says, it's a grade 2 with 8k, but on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, whenever this unit attacks, if you have an Oracle Tank Vanguard, your opponent cannot call grade 0s to Guardian Circle. So they can only PG this or call grade 2s or intercept to guard. Very different from how it is in Vanguard 0, where it was the opposite. You just couldn't call PGs to guard. But then when grade 0s came out, then this became not as good. So it's very ironic how that happened. Got ourselves Cannon Fire Dragon and Cannon Gear here. So this is for Tatsikaze grade 2 with 11k. So it's very similar to Bureau Jack. When this is placed on Vanguard or Rear, choose one of your rear guards and you must retire it. Then, when this unit is boosted by a Tatsikaze unit, it gets plus 2k. Extremely similar to our boy Brutal Jack. We've got ourselves a starter for Great Nature, the Intellimouse. I've never seen this in my life. So, actually maybe this isn't a starter. It's a grade 0, but doesn't have Forerunner. But it says, act on a Rearguard Circle. You can rest this unit. Choose one of your Great Nature rear guards, and it gets 4k at the end of the turn. And at the beginning and end phase, you retire it. Got ourselves the Rough Seas Banshee here. who's a critical trigger, who says you can put it into Soul if you have a Grand Blue Vanguard and draw 1 card. And whoops, our rare is actually going to be the Choppy the Ghosty, I actually just got from the Premium Collection that just came out. But this, whenever it guards, you search your deck for 1 Grand Blue card and put it into your drop. Shuffle your deck. So instead of going to Soul, it actually fills up your drop. Next, we got Cyclone Blitz for Spike Bros. Here's a great one with 6k. On Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you Soul Blast 1. When this unit attacks, if you have a Spike Bros Vanguard, this unit gets 3k to the end of that battle. We got ourselves the Lady Bomb for Mega Colony here. This says Counterblast 2 when placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, and then choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and they cannot stand during the next stand phase. We got ourselves Phantom Black here. Very cool looking bug here for Mega Colony. Got ourselves a new draw trigger, I should say, for Royal Paladin. And the Margle, who puts itself into Soul to give one of your units 3k, so it helps out with your Soul Saver Dragon. And then we got ourselves a Gigantic Charger here, who, whenever this is placed, you reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Royal Paladin card, you can call it to rear. If not, shuffle your deck. So it does give you a free +1. Of course, this might be a trigger, but it is, of course, a 9k grade 3. And we got ourselves Samurai Spirit here, who, from your drop, you can counterblast 1, choose one of your Grand Blue rear guards and retire it if you have a Grand Blue Vanguard in order to call this card from your drop. We got the One Who Gazes at the Truth. I always thought this card looked really cool. So this is a grade 1 from Oracle Think Tank that says Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you Soul Blast 1 when this unit attacks. If you have an Oracle Think Vanguard, then this unit gets 3k to the end of that battle. And ourselves a critical trigger here for Spike Bros in the Sonic Breaker. And then a stand trigger again for Kagura. And again, we got the Scientist's Monkey Ryu here. And ourselves the Iron Tail Dragon here with the very powerful Vanguard Rearguard Circle skill to counterblast 1 and get 1k until the end of the turn. Not once per turn. Of course, being facetious. This is a critical trigger. This is the Glatling Claw Dragon, which works together with the Iron Claw that we just saw. Or Iron Tail, was it? Yeah, Iron Tail. So this is a draw trigger that can put itself into Soul if you have a Kagura Vanguard to choose one of your opponent's grade 0 rear guards and retire it. So if possible, you can snipe your opponent's Barkle before they get to do their thing. Then we got ourselves, speaking of Barkle, the High Dog Breeder Akane here, who, when this is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, counterblast 2 and search your deck for up to 1 Royal Paladin High Beast. So one of the few cards that actually mentions the race down here. Call it to rear and then shuffle your deck. Got ourselves a really cute heal trigger here for Grand Blue and Rick the Ghosty. And then we got ourselves the Young Pegasus Knight. It's kind of infamous from the anime. If you know, you know, I guess. So this is a grade 1 6k. It's actually a double rare. This says during your main phase, when your card is put into the Soul, if you have a Royal Paladin Vanguard, this unit gets 3k. So you can boost this up if you put a lot of cards into your Soul that turn. Gotta say, I'm used to opening newer Vanguard stuff and not getting as many duplicates so often. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But we've got ourselves the Silence Joker here, who is a critical trigger, who can put himself into Soul to flip a card in the damage zone. And then we got ourselves a rare in the Geograph Giant, one of the other of the 4 Great Nature cards that came out in this set. We've gotten, I believe, 2 of them so far. Ourselves Security Guardian for Oracle Think Tank, which is the special intercept. Cheerful Links. We got ourselves an extra draw trigger here in Nova Grappler. Then we got ourselves the Pongol, the very infamous card that lets you put itself into Soul, counterblast 1 if you have a Vanguard that is Royal Paladin. Search your deck for up to 1 Soul Saver Dragon. Show it to your opponent and add it to your hand. So it gives you the consistency to have your grade 3. Oh, finally. Got ourselves the Twin Blader here, which is the perfect guard, Sentinel, PG, etc. for Nova Grappler. You also notice it doesn't say the words Sentinel here, because it doesn't really need to yet, because it's not like a special type, but also you only have one type of these cards, so it doesn't have to restrict it to you can only have 4 of it yet, right? But this says you discard a Nova Grappler, then guard with this, put it in a Guardian Circle, then you choose a Nova Grappler to be an attack, and until the end of that battle, it cannot be hit. We got ourselves a double rare Witch Doctor of Abyss Necromall here, who says whenever this is placed on Vanguard or on Rearguard Circle, you can counterblast 2 if you have a Grand Blue Vanguard, and then choose a card from your drop and call it to Rearguard Circle. But it is an 8K grade 3. Very shiny, so my camera doesn't like it too much, but yeah. And we got ourselves the Mega Blast here for Spike Bros and the Unite Attacker. So auto Vanguard Circle at the beginning of your main phase, you can Soul Charge 1 and this unit gets 2k to the end of the turn. Then on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, when this unit attack hits, you can Soul Blast, Counterblast 5. Sorry, it's just my camera does not like this foiling. Let's go like here, yeah. You repay the cost, and if you do look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose any number of Spike Bros cards from among them, call them to separate Rearguard Circles, and shuffle your deck. So you can get a whole brand new board with this. And so the heal trigger here in Cheer Girl Tiara for Spike Bros. And our rare is actually the Treasured Black Panther, which is just a 10k vanilla for Spike Bros. We got ourselves Evo Shade here, who lets you put 2 cards from the top of your deck to your drop whenever this boosts a Grand Blue Vanguard, and then he gets 4k to the end of that battle. So just help out fill out your drop. And then our rare is actually going to be a triple rare here in Scarlet Witch Coco. During your turn, if you do not have any cards in your soul, this unit gets 30k power. Then you can Soul Blast 2 whenever this is placed on Vanguard. If the number of cards of your soul is 1 or less, then you can, Soul Blast 2 and, Counterblast 2 whenever this is placed on Vanguard. Then if your soul has 1 or less, you can draw 2 cards. Pretty cool. Got ourselves the Blazing Gore Dragon. We got almost everything for the superior ed. We just need the actual Blazing Flare Dragon here. But this is very similar to the Dragon Knight Elf, where on Vanguard Circle, you can Counterblast 1, choose an Iron Tail Dragon and a Gatling Claw Dragon from Rearguard and put it into your soul. Search your deck for up to 1 card named Blazing Flare Dragon, write it, and then shuffle your deck. Ooh, got ourselves the Dudley Dan here. Very important booster for Spike Bros here, who actually has 4k, very low for grade 1, especially at this time. But this says, Counterblast 2, choose a Spike Brothers card from your hand and put it into your soul whenever this boosts a Vanguard. Then search your deck for up to 1 Spike Bros card and call it to rear. Shuffle your deck. Any card that is Spike Bros you can call with this. Soul Guiding Elf here for Royal Paladin is a grade 1, where on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle you can Counterblast 1 to get 1k to the end of the turn, which is of course not once per turn. And then we've got ourselves a starter finally for Spike Bros, or at least a very good one, in Mecha Trainer. So this has Forerunner, and also it has the skill where you can Counterblast 1, retire it to search up to 1 grade 1 or less Spike Brothers from your deck. Reveal it to your opponent, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck. So you can add a PG if you had one. I don't remember if they actually get one in this set. Or you can get your Dudley Dan. Ooh, got ourselves the Demonic Dragon Mage Kinara here. So this is for Kagro, grade 1 with 6k. That says on Rearguard Circle, Counterblast 1, put this into Soul if you have a Kagro Vanguard. Then choose one of your opponent's grade 1 Rearguards and retire it. Oh, they do have a PG. Wow. We got ourselves Chill Girl Marin here, or Marilyn, I should say. So yeah, this is the PG for Spike Bros, your Sentinel. If you discard a Spike Bros, you can put it on Guardian Circle and then choose one of your Spike Bro units and it doesn't get attacked, basically. Very cool. Got ourselves the Lockbird here. So whenever this is placed, if you have a Oracle Vanguard Oracle Think Tank Vanguard, Oracle Vanguard, use Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. And we got ourselves the Wing Dragon Skyptera here for Tatekaze. When this is put into the drop zone from rearguard circle, you can counterblast 1 if you have a Tatekaze Vanguard to return this into your hand. So you can retire it for the cost of your Tatekaze skills and then bring it back. We actually pulled the cover card. Let's go. We got ourselves the Blazing Flare Dragon. We got the entire full combo for the Superior Ride, which is pretty cool. So this says on Vanguard or rearguard circle during your main phase, when an opponent's rearguard is put into the drop zone, this gets 3k to the end of the turn, so you can bump this up by retiring all your opponent's rearguards. Then it says Soul Blast 5 to choose any of your opponent's rearguard and retire it. Very cool. Very, very cool. We got ourselves a new starter here for the Tatekaze, the Dragon Egg. So it has Forerunner, and when it's put into drop, if you have a Tatekaze Vanguard, if it's put into drop from rearguard, if you have a Tatekaze Vanguard, you calibrate +1, return it to your hand. So very similar to the Skyptera, except as a grade 0. And we got ourselves another one of the Bermuda Triangle cards here. Of course, it is very similar to Great Nature, where it just got, vaguely introduced here. So we got ourselves Top Idol Aqua here, which is just the vanilla. Here is the other one. I had no idea this was a grade 0. I believe in Vanguard this was a grade 1. That was actually 5k. But here it's actually grade 0. That is actually 3k. So this says when this is placed, if you have a Bermuda Triangle Vanguard, you Soul Blast 2 and draw a card. I guess they made this a little weaker because Bermuda Triangle can eventually get a lot of soul somewhat easily. So I guess that makes sense. We got the very, 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 very last pack here, which, it's been very interesting opening these because there's a lot of just like commons that you see consistently. Like I feel like I have a playset of almost all of these commons, which I don't know. I feel like it happens more often here than it does in the current releases. But we are going to get our last rare here, which is of course going to be a duplicate of the Master Freude. Cool. So just really quickly here, I happen to have a box of Overdress Set 3. And you can see here, this is a 120 cards total in the set list. And there are 10 triples, 15 doubles, 30 rares, 65 commons. And it's 7 cards per pack, 16 packs per card, right? So, comparing that to here, our just opened up Volume 2, which has only 80 cards in a set. We got ourselves only 8 triples, 12, I don't know why I said 2 double rares, 20 rares, and 40 commons. So you can see here, one pack has, here it is. Yeah, so one pack has 5 cards, and we got 30 packs in this whole box. So that is it. So it's just kind of interesting to take a look at that, and just sort of compare it to what you get, from granted this set here is a little bit old, some ports and stuff aren't exact, but it is a cultural representation of, what's currently going on as opposed to what we have, here from this ancient booster box. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this little look back in history. I'll see if I can continue to get these older booster boxes. I've seen this a lot at like conventions and stuff, and I never picked them up. So I'm kind of kicking myself of the struggle that I'm getting to try and get these, because the next set is going to be kind of hard to get, because even today it is being sought out for some of the cards that still see play, whereas in this set, I don't think anything actually still sees play. But in any case, till next time, take care of yourselves and each other, play Vanguard, and have yourselves a damn good one.